Steve here from Steve Ailey Survival, just back with another episode of Knots to Make Life Easier. If you haven't seen the first two episodes, take a look in the link below. Just a couple of knots in each video, 4 knots in each video, just there to make life easier. Super easy to tie, super easy to undo, super easy to remember. Let's get on with it. Okay, we're now going to look at another variation of the figure of 8 that we saw in a previous video as well. This is the rethreaded figure of 8. So basically, as before, make the figure of 8 shape as we've seen. Now this will be used if we were to need like the figure of 8 on a bike that we saw before as well, but on a spar or something like this that we're not able to just slip the loop over. So tying off onto an anchor point, like a loop that we can't actually get inside of. So what we do, we go over the or through the loop or wherever we're trying to tie this onto, and then basically we just rethread following this previous piece of cordage all the way through. Okay, so if we make this knot, this figure of 8 nice and loose, and we just retrace everywhere that cordage has been. Simple as that. All the way, following it round until we have basically a figure of 8 loop, but it's tied off onto something. Okay, and that, as I said in the previous video, is bomb proof. That is not going to come undone when it's under tension, and it is reasonably easy to undo once you are needing to undo it as well. Rethreaded figure of 8. This knot we're going to look at now is another securing knot. It's called the Constrictor Knot, and you can probably guess by the name of it, it gets tighter and tighter. It's not the easiest to undo, but when you really want to secure something that's not going to budge, this is the knot for you. How do we tie it? So we take our cordage and we make an S kind of shape. Yeah, so we got like that, and then what we do, we take these parts and we swing it round like that. So we take it to infinity, as some people might say. Then we pinch in there and then fold it in half on itself. That will then close up as such, pull on each end, and with that, tying, I don't know, a couple of pieces of timber together. Once that's pulled tight, that is not coming undone. That really is not coming undone. I can feel that feeling quite tight as it is. But yeah, you can obviously undo it over time, but that is an absolute bomb-proof securing knot that is not going to budge. Constrictor knot. So on a previous video we saw the Jamnot. What we're going to look at now is a variation of the Jamnot, which on this side, the British side of the Atlantic, is known as the Canadian Jamnot. I believe in Canada they just call it a Jamnot, obviously. So all we're going to do, as before, we've got the stopper in the end of there to stop it from sliding off the end. All we're going to do, as before, just tie a thumb knot encapsulating that cordage there. And this time what we're going to do, we're going to pull that tight, and what this does, this takes up all the slack in this knot and this knot, and then we're going to loosen it off. Once we've done that, we're then going to take this knot and we're going to invert it. So we're just basically putting a twist in there. Okay, we're then just going to tighten that up nice and tight, but then what we're going to do, once that's real tight, we're just going to pass this cordage through there, and gently, so as not to disturb the knot, we're just going to lock that off. That now is much stronger than the jam knot that we saw before. So this is like a super tough securing knot. This one we're going to have a quick look at. Granted, you may not need it all the time, but it's quite a handy one to know if you were needing to tie something up, tie off a boat, or for those who have them, a horse, etc. Something that you need to tie up momentarily that you may need to untie pretty quickly. So if you were on a boat, say you were slipping from the side, you need to quickly untie that before you fall in the water, maybe. I don't know. Or a horse if you were robbing a bank like a highwayman. I don't know. So all we're going to do, we're going to take a bite in the cordage there. We've got the working end there. And all we're going to do is pass that underneath. So this is what we're tying off onto. Underneath. And we're going to take the sort of the longer length of the cordage. So this is going to be tied off onto your boat / horse, whatever it might be. And that's going to go through that loop, and we're going to pass a bite through there like that. Okay, all the time trying to keep the knot nice and tidy. And then we're going to take this running end here, and we're going to pass a bite through there as well. Then we're going to pull on the horse end, let's call it the horse end, and tighten that knot up like that. Now that isn't going to move. Your horse can pull us all day on that and it's not going to move. However, with this free end here, this running end, all we have to do is pull on that and away we go. Dead simple. I'll go through that once more because there is quite a few parts to it. So the running end, so that's the free end there, is on my left, and my horse end is on the right. And that goes underneath, horse end, free end, pull it tight from the horse end, and there we go. Simple. That side there, when we need to get away, quick tug and it's gone. Highwayman's hitch. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of Knots to Make Life Easier. I hope you've learned something. If there's something else that you would like to see, or you particularly want to comment, then please do. Down below, just keep scrolling down, you'll reach the comments box. And similarly, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help me grow, my channel grow. If you like what you see, please subscribe so you don't miss the next one. It's been a pleasure to produce this for you. So keep in touch, and I'll see you next time.